I want the schoolyard to be a place where all ages of kids can have fun.
I want our schoolyard to be a place where we can learn and have class activities outside.
I want our schoolyard to be safe and beautiful.
I want our playground to be a place where we can do exercise and play sports.
So we're working on a project. It's for our playground to redesign it for the future generation of the school. Every 15 years, the playground is redesigned. We have to fix the playground because the little kids, they could get hurt and it could affect everybody. Because I feel like I respect the school and I'm a part of it, so I would like to feel proud of our school and to make our playground look as decent as we could.
Some things that need to be improved in our schoolyard would probably be this broken bridge right here, because kids can obviously fall through if their legs aren't long enough to either step over or jump to the other side.
The slide, because they have broken holes in it. The ground is right there in that part. I don't think the little kids want that. They don't want to get hurt.
Another thing in this playground that must be improved is this part of the slide. As you can see, is tearing open. So if somebody was to try and go down the slide, they could either trip over this or get their foot stuck in it. Just like
graffiti, you can get arrested for it, and it's just not a good example for kids, and it might make kids want to do graffiti, and it could get kids in trouble.
The other playgrounds, they were different, they were unique. They had different colors and it gave us examples, and we saw things that we would like to add to our park. It was fun.
It showed us how much better other playgrounds are than ours, and how our playground doesn't really compare to the others, and it kind of really made us want to make our playground better, because we wanted to have as much fun as we had on these future days every day. We were outside.
It made me feel to work that much harder to make our playground better. We want to represent our school, and the playground is part of our community in our school. We want to represent it as best as we can. We work so hard with each other, and we're nice people. We deserve to have a good playground.
Just said, there are many reasons why we want to get a new playground. Both of the bridges have been broken before. Kids have broken their wrist on it multiple times. Where we play kickball, kids have fallen because the ground is uneven, and when it's just bad all around. And we really want to make it better for the whole community.
So how we've been doing this is last year we had a schoolyard class with one of our teachers, Jess, and one of our math teachers, Angela, and we had this class where we would talk about what we could do and what we wanted to do to fund all the money, and we did a bunch of fundraisers with food, selling food on math night and stuff, and we surveyed a bunch of students and staffs, and we researched how much the equipment would cost and everything. We've done, as you saw in the video we just saw, we took a bunch of classes, 3rd grade and 4th grade, to see playgrounds so we could get their input on what they wanted. a few playgrounds we went to was Joey's Park in Belmont, and we went to Franklin Park. And we just did this so that we can know like what the kids who are actually going to be playing on the playground wanted, instead of us who were like older, so we don't know exactly what they like. And also, we've surveyed a bunch of families during math night and science night and stuff like that, so that like if like they can come with their children like after school hours, because it's not only our park, it's the whole community's park, so that everybody can use it and have fun.
All right. We also interviewed the K1, K2, and first grade students because, as Pedro said, it's not just for the 8th graders, it's for the whole school. We took all the data and we used it to create a design. We also interviewed the staff members, teachers, and the administration because they're out there with us, so it makes sense for us to take their input too. We informed neighbors, and many of them give us money because, like Pedro said again, it's not just the Hernandez's playground, it's also the whole Eggleston community's playground because, as they said before, they need more playgrounds in Eggleston.
Alright, so our vision for the play equipment is to like have like a pop of color so that like our park, if you're driving by, it's not just any regular park, it stands out, and so that kids could get more excited to play on it. And we wanted bigger structures so that the kids can like enjoy it more and have more fun. What we were planning to do was like clear out like some of the things that are there to make the yard like more open, and like we need more space as a yard so that we can have more space to like run around and stuff. Yeah.
I want to talk about the project that my class did in the 5th grade. So we did a book with 826 Boston, and every kid published 2 poems, one in English and one in Spanish. And some of us were on the editorial board, where every Wednesday we would go down to 826 Boston and we would help edit the poems. And so this was really important to us because it helped us get in touch to our bilingual roots. And that's what's like really special about the school, like, because there's not a lot of schools that are bilingual. So this really helped us, and it showed us like the power of bilingualism in our community. And I would like to say thank you to Mayor Walsh and the Boston Public Schools that decided to give us the funding we need to redo our schoolyard. This schoolyard will be a beautiful and fun place for our students in the whole Eggleston neighborhood to enjoy.
Mayor Walsh, we'd like to invite you up to the stage for a special thank you. Mayor Walsh, you are a flame no one can put out. Not yet. Well, we sing a song. We sing the song.
Come on, let's sing it. Let's sing it.
Happy birthday. Stop it. I'm laughing. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
A las muchachas bonitas se las cantamos así. Despierta, miren, despierta, mira, ya amaneció. A las pajaritos canta, la luna ya se metió. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Before I let our honored guests, of course, speak, give special mention and thanks to our students, our 8th grade students, for their incredible presentation. Octavo grado, qué fenomenal. Because to us, you're really the stars of the show today. And I wanted to also thank all of our staff, our teachers, and especially our main office folks, everybody who's worked behind the scenes to help us do this. Rosalba, you get a special mention. Rosalba, thank you. I wanted to thank Jessica from 826, who's here with us and who's been supporting our school for such a long time. And everybody, you have somebody even more special who's here today. She's called the Teacher of the Year, and she's gonna stand up right now and say hello. And yes, it's Denise. And we have the support of O'Malley, of course, who's here with us in the audience too. Thank you so much for being with us. And I just wanted to acknowledge the work that has gone into all of what the students have done. Angela and Jess, really the teachers who co-led the class that they took. Jess and Angela, thank you so very much for your work. And I know we're excited to eventually have a brand new playground, but we're also super excited that our community of Eggleston is going to enjoy that with us. So we're super, super excited about that too. And then, of course, last but not least, Mayor Walsh. I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of our heart and from your Hernandez community. Thank you for all the work you did to make this possible. And happy birthday.
Let me just, first of all, thank you very much for the surprise of the birthday cake and all the cards and the singing. I want to thank everyone here at the school today for this. I wasn't expecting that. And to the press that's filming today, all the young people said, we're going to be on the 6 o'clock news tonight. So they're holding you to make sure they make the news tonight. I want to just thank a bunch of people. I want to thank Mr. Tavares. I want to thank the great teachers here in this school. I want to thank the great parents in this school. I want to thank the great kids in this school. I want to thank the superintendent. I want to thank Robbie Gonsalvo from the school department, John Hanlon from the school department, Matt O'Malley, City Council, which I'll talk about in a second. But this is not my first time to this school. What struck me was my first time to this school was opening day a couple of years ago, and I was standing out in front of the school as school was opening. And I was watching all the parents and the kids come to school with bags. And in those bags were supplies for the teachers, with crayons and markers and pencils and erasers. And I just couldn't get over it that every single parent that walked by me that morning had a bag. And I know that a lot of the parents that were coming into school that day didn't have a lot, meaning that they were on probably a tight budget. But they were bringing stuff to the school because there was a spirit in this school, and there's a spirit in this school that's special. I got a chance to then tour the school, and I've been to the school many times, but the last time I was at the school, the young people that are sitting on the stairs there, they presented me the video that was up there. And they talked about their playground, and they talked about, and parents, I don't see, some of the parents are here, but I want the parents, they were talking about raising money, and how they were raising money for the playground, and they had raised a good amount of money, but they were still a good amount away from completing it. And to the young people that are here, the 8th graders in particular, what I thought of was it would be a shame that they did all the planning, and even though they won't be here when it's redone, but their planning efforts went into something that's incredible. So when we went back to City Hall, I sat down with the Dave Sweeney and Tommy Chang, and I said, you know, we got to do something at the Hernandez. They have a plan. They have an unbelievable spirit in that school. They have a commitment that's like no other school in the city of Boston. There's great things happening in there, bilingual education going on. We have kids from all over the world going to school there, parents from all over the world going to school there. This is what we need to do. We need to figure a way to make that playground whole. So they had already done the work with water and sewer and cut a deal to get water and sewer to pay for some of the work. They've already done the work with some of the nonprofits. So what we had to do was make sure, as we allocate the money, we looked and we made sure, I'm sure we could find $1.2 million somewhere to allocate to the playground. So we did. We allocated $1.2 million to build a playground. Now, Councilor O'Malley's role in this is when, as we go through the budget, he's going to make sure that money stays there. We're going to make sure that it gets voted on, because he has to vote in the budget to make sure it all happens, which I know that he's going to work on that. We already talked about it. But really, the playground is here because of all the young people in this room. Because the specialness, the special feeling and spirit in this school. The school has a great spirit and feeling. And it makes me, every time I come to the school, I feel good coming into it, because I look at all the different faces, and this is who we are as Boston, and this is who we are as America, right in this room here. So this playground isn't because I allocate the money, it's not because Matt O'Malley is supporting the money. This playground that's happening is because of you young people. You have made this playground happen by putting together a plan, executing that plan, making sure that you tell that plan, and talk about the future, and you've also been a fully inclusive playground. So the playground is happening here because of all you, and when we come back here to cut the ribbon, wherever you are in high school, all the 8th graders got to come back here and cut the ribbon for us, because you guys let it. And the last thing I want to say, and I want to thank the press for being here today, seriously. This is a good story in here. When people talk about why do we stand up and fight for immigrant rights and refugee rights and what's going on in America, why are we doing that? It's because what's happening in this school right here. This is why we do it every single day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Walsh. We have one more very important guest who would love to also speak to us, and that's our Superintendent Chang. Let's give him a warm Hernandez welcome.
Mayor Walsh, feliz cumpleaños, happy birthday. On behalf of everyone in Boston Public Schools and the entire community of the Hernandez, we want to wish you a happy birthday. Also want to extend a deep gratitude to you for all you do for the young people in the city of Boston. To your principal Tavares, the amazing principal of this school that leads the amazing staff that is at this school. I want to thank you for making dreams happen for young people. Denise, dear, it was a congratulations. Ms. Tavares embarrassed you earlier and said you've been here for over 2 decades. Almost 2 decades. And all the students, Ms. Steers is the Educator of the Year. And yesterday evening, I had the honor of attending a Celtics game and celebrating her award at halftime with her. You have an amazing teacher here. And to the young people, especially 8th graders, it is your leadership that made this happen. Just remember what you learned through this experience will take you take you in your journey for the rest of your lives. Don't forget about everything that you were able to accomplish here at this school and the legacy you will be leaving for generations to come. And one last word. We are proud to live in this city and be part of a school district with 80 different languages being spoken at home, where the young people in this school district come from 130 different countries. We are a global country. And schools like the Hernandez deeply believe how important your cultural and your linguistic identities are. And they want to affirm it and sustain it. And I want to thank all of you for making sure that we are affirming and sustaining the cultural and the racial and the linguistic identity of the young people, because they are truly assets in our work. So to all the students, again, congratulations. We still have a lot of work to do, but we have overcome a major obstacle. Thank you.
All right, everyone, so time for some fun learning now. And I don't know, Rosalba, did you have any other? Okay, so I'm gonna actually have our teachers, and I wanna say something really special to our teachers. I see many of you, can you just stand up for one moment? All of the teachers at the Hernandez?
Go, Melody.
Come on, Melanie, come on, Martine, come on, Vanessa. And teachers in the back too. Everybody, let's say thank you to our teachers.